here we go. We've got our first crew of the evening coming in on approach, and you can tell it's a little bit overcast here today, man. It's been a little bit of one of those strange days down here at 79th. It's not been overly crazy busy, but that's kind of what happens as we roll into the winter. But what in the world are they doing here? So Cap's got it. Is he in reverse? He leaves the helm. He's heading to the stern of the boat. Gonna talk to somebody on the boat behind him. Not a clue what he's saying. But why would you leave the helm, bro? And somebody's yelling at him already, like, you need to get your stuff together. As the crew's trying to get him back to the helm so they can try and get this thing around. But instead, Cap has no clue. He kind of walks past the helms like, yeah, I'm going to go up here. And his buddy who's yelling at him is like, yeah, just let me off this thing. I'm done. Had enough. Too many captains in this scenario, though. Too many people barking out orders here on what to do. And let's see what Captain actually decides to do. So it goes forward. The crew's trying to push the bow off. They've got to get it sideways, though. And Cap again, leaving the helm. I mean, if there was only 2 engines on this boat that he could use to get the stern back around, I don't know. I mean, on this one, really, he can go off that starboard side front cleat, tie it off, tie it to a pole, couple pops of reverse, stern comes around, and we're done for the day. Instead, we're playing footsies with each other up here in the bow of the boat. So the crew's working their tail off to try and get this one turned around, and Cap is not much help, and here we go, finally. They are starting to get it pulled over to the dock. And so everybody else is up in the bow, maybe they're looking for another line? Not sure, but the confusion is still set in on this crew as they're just trying to figure it out. But we got no fenders out, one line, as they work to get it brought over. So I'm not even sure what he was doing there. He was looking down the other side of the boat. Oh, is he looking to see if there's a line over there? He's got the fender. Okay, I'm like sitting here, I'm not sure what he's doing. The boys are holding it off the dock now as he kind of just goes for the toss right over the top. And here we go. We've got another boat coming in beside of him. This one's weird, though, because he's kind of lining up on the jet ski dock. And I'm just guessing security's going to come down and yell at him if he does that. They typically will. They'll come down and run him off. And man, he's coming in at a funky angle as well as he's trying to bring it around. And winds up having to brake check out a little bit. As somebody goes moving up toward the bow of the boat. So they go for the line toss. He's trying to loop it around. Cap gets a little handsy with the throttles there. But again, it's just interesting because they're coming in on the jet ski dock, and usually security will come down here and stop this. One of our crew members from the other vessel, or one of the jet skis down here, is grabbing to pull them over, and they are struggling to get this thing around. So there we go, finally gets it on. As you can see, them pulling hard on the dock to try and get it over. And Cap's going to grab the second line to make life easier. But again, this one's just odd, because down here at 79, they're pretty strict, man. The security guys and the park guys, they'll run in here with the quickness usually and get these people like, no, bro, you can't dock there. That's the jet skis only. But this crew's going to wind up pulling in here and wait it out. I'll tell you what, man, we see some big boats getting launched down here at 79th, and it's hard to tell sometimes just the actual size, but look at the lady walking next to this thing in the pink. That gives you an idea of just how massive this vessel is that's being launched down here. But we see a lot, and actually a lot of the big manufacturers, we'll see them bring test boats down here during the week. So, you know, the guys that are building these big power boats with quads on the back, we'll see brand new ones, usually on the weekdays being launched down here as they're going out and taking them for initial sea trials right after they're leaving the factory. So this crew is backing down, but there's confusion going on. So the truck you see up here in the top left, that's in front of them, they want to back down because they're going to pull their Donzi that's sitting here on the dock. And you can see another little Nissan or something's cutting in front of the Suburban or whatever we got here, the Tahoe. But our guy's walking up like, hey bro, we need you to move this thing so we can get our boat pulled. So there we go, they're going to pull out now. But a little chaos here at the end. As a lot of people trying to get things moving. I mean, these two cars almost collided. The truck up there and the SUV were pretty darn close. And he's still going to try and get this launched in on the other side, but there's a lot going on. So you can see there's two vehicles up here now that are all trying to come back down. Well, three in theory if you're counting the SUV. And he's trying to get it over. And there we go, gonna go off on the other side. Now the real question is, I wasn't paying attention if the boat right here is leaving or pulling as well. And if we're gonna get another session where they're gonna come down here and be like, bro, we need to move this. So here we go, we got the, oh no, the Donzi's trying to load and they missed on that first attempt. The trailer's floating underneath them. They're gonna wind up getting over the trailer. This isn't good. I think the motors went over the back. So he's trying to get it off. And nah, man, you're stuck, bro. You've got to be careful here. So the front of the boat slid off the trailer, but you can definitely tell it's not sitting right. If you look at the guide poles, like the trailer's floating underneath of them, I guarantee these motors are caught up on that trailer. Because he's trying to reverse off and he's not going anywhere, which tells me that the skeg has gotten caught. This one's not good. Bro, you got to stop. At this point in time, once you realize you're stuck on the trailer like this, the last thing you want to do is keep trying to power off. You're going to wind up either chewing up a prop or doing something to the motor. Ugh. Man, that one is smoking something fierce. I don't believe these are two-strokes, so it shouldn't be blowing smoke out like that. Yeah, no, something's wrong there. He needs to get somebody in the vehicle, and they need to back this deeper in. I mean, that's not always the safest or best idea, but in this situation, he's got to get that trailer deeper than the motor again so he can slide back off. So there we go. Okay, so yep, the truck's in reverse. They did get it deeper. He's back up. Man, that trailer's just floating, though. And he's going to kind of miss again on this attempt. So they're kind of over it now, but they're way too deep now. And that may have actually been part of the problem the first time. For the trailer to be floating as much as it was, they weren't actually catching the bunks and they were too deep to begin with. So Cap stopped at least. He's trying to assess the situation, figure out what he's got to do to try and get this thing on the trailer. Winds up jumping off, and it looks like we're going to try and walk it on instead of powering it on. Probably the best move for them at this point. But what they also need to do is, whoever's in the truck, slowly have them drive forward to where we can get some of these bunks to engage a little bit and help out with getting this thing guided on. And he moved forward a few inches right there, it looked like. And he's going to run up here to the front. They're trying to get it balanced out and get it on, but he's up there. Looks like he's going to go ahead and hook up that winch and start trying to winch this thing on. and hopefully get this thing out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to go ahead and get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.